981 days till the new halving. Crypto fear and greed index is at 74%, which is great. And Bitcoin is finally testing the 50k resistance again. Second time, hoping for a successful breakout this time, and obviously for a close above 51k. Currently it's trading roughly at the 50k. Also, I decided to add this curve that is on a TA that is actually I was doing previously on a previous bull run that was touching all of the highs. And obviously if you're gonna copy paste this thing, that is again, this curve is touching all of the bottoms of a pullback, and if you're gonna copy paste this actually, if you're gonna put it at the tops of each uptrend that was after a pullback, it's actually gonna match the high. So it's just interesting thing that I found. So yeah, currently trading at the 50k. MA ribbon is obviously below, but it's MA ribbon is kind of small. MACD in a green phase, which is positive. RSI is obviously overbought. We are having like a 4 hour candles in a row, so pretty big ones. Volume is slightly pumping, but not that much. Daily is looking positive. MA ribbon is obviously below on a daily. 50-200 MA is below, and you can see how close golden cross is coming to us. It's like 4k gap between this 250 MA, which is nice. MACD pretty small red face of MACD, but it's currently finishing, so it's kind of neutral. RSI is obviously slightly overbought. Weekly time frame is finally looking positive. It used to look like a reversal because we had a previous candle doji, and obviously we were trying to have a lower close compared to the previous candle, but now it's looking bullish. MACD is looking bullish, and RSI is slightly overbought on a weekly time frame, which is not that significant actually. But daily time frame is looking positive. For all of the time frames are looking positive. That's what we love to see actually, since I was accumulating recently, and obviously I love to see the pump that is happening right now. But obviously we need a breakout, we need a close above 50, at least 50k on a 4 hour time frame. So, but again, we have plenty of time. We got plenty of time. So let's move on to the news. Finally, we're gonna have some news, and also we're gonna start with the pretty basic ones. US consumer crypto survey, recent one. And again, this survey actually is if you're gonna tell this more accurately, if you're gonna read this article actually more accurately, there would be US investors, because it says almost 50% invested in crypto this year, US consumers, but it just sounds kind of wrong, because it seems like half of America is invested in crypto, but it's not. It's actually, this survey was around people who are investors, like who invested in US assets like real estate, stock market, indexes, crypto market, whatever. Like 50% of US investors actually invested in crypto this year, not like regular people on the streets. So just clearing things out, because this article just kind of sounds weird. And also there's some interesting news from El Salvador. Bitcoin law critic was arrested in El Salvador without warrant, and obviously in 3-4 days in El Salvador Bitcoin will become a legal tender. So it's just interesting things that is going on in El Salvador right now. Maybe he was like a radical against Bitcoin type of guys, so they are maybe just trying to, you know, play safe, and I don't know what. I'm not gonna speculate, but let's move on to the next news. SEC boss tells EU Parliament crypto and fintech could be as disruptive as the internet. Obviously, before that you saw a lot of comparison of crypto that is currently as internet was at the beginning of like 2010, somewhere in that gap, like the whole growth of adoption. So you can see even SEC is pretty much taking the same side of yeah, I think and here's a quote actually. I think the transformation we're living through right now could be every bit as big as the internet in the 90s. Yes, actually in the 90s, he said in the 90s, but in the 90s internet was like so low. It's even less than 1%, so I don't think it's that small. I would say higher than 90s, like zeros, and 2010, somewhere in that gap, but whatever. So yeah, that's some positive words from SEC. A lot of growth coming for the Bitcoin again. I guess that's what he meant. So WeChain Tor mainnet reaches 10 million blocks milestone with no downtime. So we're gonna add some altcoin and DeFi networks in our news to fill the gap of such a small episodes, you know, because sometimes there's days when literally no news about Bitcoin, so we gotta add some of the interesting one from DeFi or altcoins. Also, recent news on a BitConnect. So BitConnect promoter pleads guilty over Ponzi scheme as platform faces new SEC charges. So former BitConnect promoter Glenn Arcaro has pled guilty to his role in a saga, but the whereabouts of the firm's founder, Satish Kambhani, is still unknown. So yeah, and also SEC ordered to pay back 24 million to investors, which is, I think, pretty small amount compared to how big BitConnect was back at that time. So yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. They ordered to pay back $24 million to investors, but general real fraud was being done was around $2 billion. So it's not even close to what was at the time. So yeah, that's pretty much all news for today. All TA for today. Obviously, Bitcoin is finally pumping, which is nice. Hoping for a breakout of the 50-51k area. And for the new all-time high, obviously, to the moon.